just want to eat themselves. Number 8. Moa candy. There's no greater fear for parents than the talk. The day that you sit your child down and explain to them where babies come from. Or to put it another way, why the bees cross-pollinate with the birds. But I don't think any parents would ever expect that the talk would be instigated by overly enthusiastic cartoon fruits on candy wrappers. We're just saying, be prepared. In 2009, a British father of 2 got the shock of a lifetime when he saw that the wrappers for Moam sour candies were illustrated with what he said
what candy are you talking about now?
locked in what appears to be a...
They're talking about discontinued candy.
You seen the link to the video?
Yeah.
carnal encounter.
Oh, you want me to send you the video?
So outraged by the rappers that he demanded to have words with the manager of the store. Not that they had anything to do with it, and the situation soon got so heated that his wife apparently had to have a sit-down in the parking lot, and all over some inappropriately lusty fruits. Haribo initially dismissed the claims, saying that the jovial Moam man was very popular with customers, but they were eventually forced to discontinue the wrappers. I'm sure nobody is more disappointed than the Lime Man, who was clearly having the time of his life. Number 7. Toxic Waste Chew Bars. In a rare twist when it comes to candy, the Toxic Waste Chew Bar turned out to be exactly what it said on the wrapper. After being manufactured and imported from Pakistan, the bars were discovered to contain some surprising ingredients that may or may not be
Toxic Waste.
and they say marketing is all about lies. In 2011, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration made a shocking discovery while testing the candy's contents. A molecular dissection revealed that the candy contained a high trace of lead contamination, which could be incredibly harmful to young children, infants, and even pregnant women, which covers almost all of the target demographic for toxic waste food. They're missing raccoons. The news resulted in an immediate ban on the products in the United States, but the company didn't seem particularly bothered, ensuing a statement that oddly specified how little the product made, and even included the sentence, "Our other products have been more popular." Gotta applaud the optimism. It's hard to think of a more ironic case of customer poisoning than a toxic waste chew bar. But as long as the company's profits are okay, that's good enough for us. That's obviously a joke. I'm more of a nuclear waste gummy guy anyway. Number 6. Sugar-free gummy bears. On paper, sugar-free gummy bears sound like a perfect idea. You cut out the harmful contents, get some good publicity, maybe make profit for a few weeks, and then quietly dump the product and focus on some other gimmick. Just one problem. How do you make sugar-free candy taste good? Well, according to Haribo, you just add some laxative-like chemicals. In 2014, Haribo's sugar-free gummy bears were all over the news for a very unfortunate reason. Those that were consuming the new, allegedly healthy product found themselves experiencing what can only be described as diarrhea of biblical proportions. Amazon reviews highlighted the gastric exorcism they experienced, while professional journalists consumed unholy amounts of gummy bears as part of an experiment they would later regret while typing up their article on a toilet. This unfortunate biological reaction was all caused by lycosine, a sugar alcohol substitute that, when consumed in larger than normal quantities, results in unfortunate, watery poop. It's almost not worth the health benefits. Sugar-free gummy bears are a great idea, but clearly not a great product. Unless you've been constipated for 20 years, it's probably not worth gulping down a few bags of these things. Seriously, you may never walk again. Number 5.
So, you've got your own business, and you're doing everything you can to promote it. But marketing doesn't always have to be so out there. With Google.
Hippy sippy. When it comes to candy, the FDA doesn't really like to play around, especially not if your candy is shaped in the form of medical equipment. For example, a hypodermic syringe. The 1960s were wild, but apparently not wild enough for a needle-shaped candy.
G'day,
Hippy
boss.
Sippy was a Japanese candy that was very much a product of its groovy 1960s period. Not only was the product in the shape of a hypodermic syringe, but the candy inside was pill-shaped, and the whole thing came with buttons with messages like, "I'll try anything," and "Stop breathing on my button." complete with other flower power-like slogans. It's pretty clear that Hippie Sippy's whole brand was designed to have some connection to the drug culture of the 1960s. And, to be fair, they were probably very popular at Woodstock. It doesn't surprise anybody to know that many officials were very unhappy with the candy, believing that it was not only dangerous to anybody that may have needed a hypodermic syringe for medical purposes, but that it may also lead children into a life of drug use and Woodstock concerts. In 1969, the FDA finally recalled the product from shelves, though there are still a whole bunch of syringe-shaped candies available today. So, peace and love, man. Number 4. Kinder Surprise Eggs. This one may come as something of a surprise to our viewers outside of the United States, where Kinder Eggs are still very much available and popular. However, they're an illegal commodity throughout America, and anybody looking to enjoy the delicious blend of milk and white chocolate is out of luck. Unless you go looking around the, underground markets like Amazon. The reason for the Kinder Surprises ban is not particularly shocking in itself, though it is pretty unexpected just how far the law goes back. In 1938, after 107 people died in what is now known as the 1937 elixir sulfanilamide incident, the U.S. government approved the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, a law that effectively banned any dangerous drug or food product that could not be conclusively proven safe. In the case of the Kinder Egg, the inconclusion of a teeny tiny plastic toy was recognized by the FDA as an outright choking hazard, making it illegal to sell in the United States. In what may be the most niche crime in the country, anybody caught smuggling Kinder Surprises into the U.S. can be fined up to $2,500 per egg. The biggest haul came in 2011, when over 60,000 Kinder Eggs were found and revoked by U.S. Customs. That's $150 million worth of fines. Although anybody that's ever tasted a Kinder Egg will probably agree it's worth it. Number 3. Balerindo Tamarind Lollipops. For most of us, the opportunity to try the food of another country is a pretty exciting prospect, but there are some instances where this delicious chance can become deadly, such as the infamous Balerindo Tamarind Lollipops. Okay, infamous might be a little generous. Just stick with us. In 2001, California officials announced that the Mexican lollipops would be banned immediately due to what they described as excessively high levels of lead. In my book, any amount of lead in my candy is an excessively high amount of lead, but I'm not an expert. For years, the candies had gone undiscovered, and the case was only raised after a 2-year-old California boy had eaten the lollipops and had an alarmingly high level of lead in his blood. But, unlike many comic books and Hollywood movies, an increased amount of something does not lead to superpowers, but severe poisoning and potentially devastating side effects as a result of central nervous system damage. So less Spider-Man, more Coma Man. To this day, the candies remain banned from the state of California, though there have been many other cases of candy produced in other countries that have resulted in concerningly high levels of lead. Maybe we should just stick to chocolate and good old American additives. Number 2. Max Headroom Candy. Every decade brings with it a cultural phenomenon that changes the way we look at pop culture forever. A character or brand or movie that just completely defines a generation. Max Headroom was not one of those cultural phenomenons, but it sure seemed that way in the 1980s. For those young enough to be clueless, Max Headroom was television's first AI host, though he was really just an actor in makeup. You know, when you say it, it sounds pretty dumb. Still, throughout the 1980s, Max Headroom was a big deal for people who were super into niche British television, and the character quickly became a global icon. He was a spokesman for New Coke. Yikes. He made cameo appearances in multiple television shows and movies, and he even had his own video game. To just about everyone, Max Headroom seemed like a major cultural phenomenon, so it made sense for Topps to create a candy dispenser based on him, believing it to be the next big thing. And the candy launched in 1987 and was discontinued in 1988. Oops. While Headroom was a huge deal amongst ironic adults, he was basically incomprehensible to kids who were just too young to understand it. Topps lost a significant profit on the candy, but they made it back just 2 years later when the next cultural phenomenon arrived: The Simpsons. Number 1. Topps Bubblegum Juice. In what has to be one of the most admirably blatant cases of false advertising, we come to the legendary Topps Bubblegum Juice. While that name is half true, there's no juice. Actually, this This was a pretty ingenious 1980s design that took the look of a good old-fashioned OJ carton and added an artificial and wholly unhealthy twist to it. Bubblegum. You know, to fool the parents who aren't paying attention. This particular brand of bubblegum was popular mostly for the niche design, which would allow you to basically pour the entire contents of the box into your mouth at one time. Although, given that the gum itself was shaped into little gravel rock pieces, that seemed like a pretty risky thing to do. Surprisingly, this candy was not discontinued due to any particular safety concern, but because some concerned parents had voiced concerns over the mislabeling of the cartons. After all, if something is labeled grape juice, what else could it be? 80s and 90s kids continued to mourn the tragic vanishing of a beloved candy, but this openly mislabeled sweet treat may come back at some point. How else are kids going to damage their jaws chewing on an inedible hunk of gum? Do you remember any of these candies? If so, which was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on the screen right now. See you next time.
That snack pack's pretty good.
Food companies love playing around with new ideas, but often these end in fails. There are also times where companies create a hit and still discontinue the product. But why? Here are the top 10 discontinued snacks Americans miss the most. Philadelphia cheesecake snack bars. Philadelphia cheesecake snack bars are the subject of mouth-watering memories from people far and wide. Described as delicious dessert bars that made you feel as if you died and gone to heaven, there's much demand to bring back these divine treats. Seriously, if you look at the comments of any of Philadelphia's social media posts, there's a desperate outcry for the return of these snack bars.
Please give them to me or I will take them.
The one thing that seemingly everyone can agree on is just how tasty these were, and that they would love to taste them again. Considering how popular these seem to have been, many people wonder why they were discontinued in the first place. If you're craving one of these, don't worry, because Fiber One makes something very similar, just a little flatter. It probably can't compare to the original, but desperate times call for desperate measures when you want to satisfy that craving. Oreo Cakesters.
The way to eat an Oreo is to twist it, pull it apart, and lick it. I didn't order a pizza.
I know. But that Parker promo saved me so much from my insurance. Brought you a little something special.
Parker, State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
You're the man, man.
You want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you grew up in the early 2000s, you probably remember Oreo Cakesters. These closely resembled America's favorite cookie, except these were soft, bite-sized cakes. They came in a variety of classic flavors: double stuffed, chocolate, golden Oreos, and even peanut butter. Much to the chagrin of lifelong fans, these cakes were discontinued in 2012. In Japan, there's an Oreo soft cookie, which is similar to our beloved Cakesters, but then again, only available in East Asia. There's still a lot of questions surrounding why these were taken off of shelves, and though fans have reached out to Nabisco, they haven't been able to get a solid response.
Look at me!
The only thing we know for sure is that these have been taken off the shelves, possibly for good. However, if you're craving an Oreo Cakester, or just want to try them out, the good news is that there are recipes online that tell you exactly how to make them. People loved these so much that they just had to DIY them in their home kitchens. If that amount of dedication from fans isn't enough for Nabisco to bring back these cakey Oreos, then we just may have seen the last of Oreo Cakesters after all. Nestle Bug Pops.
I plan to pretend there's a bug in my food and get the meal for free.
Food.
Here's a bunch of things that all 90 kids loved, all combined into one. Popsicles, fun-shaped gummies, and the Lion King. Nestle's Bug Pops were popsicles that had tiny little bug-shaped gummies inside of them. And those Lion King rascals, Timon and Pumbaa, featured on the packaging. While Nestle's Cool Creations line had many a Disney-themed snack item, this one was probably the most fun.
It's gonna be so much fun!
It's gonna be so much fun.
Probably because it was a little bit gross. They even came with Lion King-themed cards inside. This frozen treat was unfortunately discontinued, but there are many fond memories from fans online begging for Nestle to give these icy pops one more chance.
Give me one more chance, and I pledge to place above you nothing, not even myself.
Nestle has made no comment on this outcry. So it looks like Timon and Pumbaa are just going to have to stay a distant memory of the past. Kellogg's Yogos.
You're gonna dip it in yogurt, cover it with chocolate buttons.
Yogos were small, circular, multicolored fruit snacks with a yogurt shell, and they quickly garnered a good reputation. They were a popular snack when introduced in 2005, but were unfortunately discontinued only 5 years later. Coming in a wide variety of brightly colored packages, these went through several Pokemon-like evolutions before they were retired for good. The original Yogos evolved into Yogos Bits, and then into Yogos Sour Bits, before disappearing off the face of the planet. They were supposedly discontinued for health reasons. However, there is speculation that the real reason these were discontinued by Kellogg's is simply because these yogurt balls were too expensive to make.
Oh, everything's too damn expensive these days.
And that the yogurt in the product had a higher risk of spoilage, and therefore a higher risk of lost profit. In any case, it's evident that these snacks weren't discontinued because they were unpopular. We hope that one day Kellogg's will hear the cries and bring back Yogos for good. Cheetos Cheesy Checkers.
Scientific conclusion, they take a beating. You keep on eating.
Cheetos Cheesy Checkers are only one of many beloved Cheetos products to go out of style. Wrapped up in an orange and purple bag, launched in 1995, but gone by 1998, nostalgia for these waffle-shaped Cheetos can be found on Reddit and bodybuilding forums alike.
Just smell so much. It's so beautiful.
In an ad released in the 1990s, Chester Cheetah, dressed in his typical sunglasses plus a cowboy hat, is sitting on a shelf, about to munch on one of these cheesy checkers, when a robot holding a captive doll approaches. A cheesy checker flies into the air in slow motion, disabling the robot. Chester Cheetah gets the girl, and also the snack. Well, we do love us a good Western-themed commercial, so if Cheetos ever decides to put these back on the shelves, we know that we'll be grabbing some to try. 3D Doritos.
Doritos! Yeah, not now, made it.
These were the Doritos 2.0 that fans were craving. These came with the same nacho cheese flavor that we love, but the 3D cone aspect of the chip was what really brought it to the next level.
Burst through our ceiling. You're gonna find another ceiling, and you gotta bust through that one. You just gotta keep hammering ceilings.
These chips were introduced in 1998, and they were a massive hit. They came in 4 flavors: nacho cheesier, jalapeno and cheddar, Texas paprika, and zesty ranch. However, while they had a very passionate fan base, it wasn't a huge fan base. These snacks were discontinued in 2004, and the reasoning is still a bit unclear. In 2013, a fan reached out to Frito-Lay asking why exactly 3D Doritos had been discontinued. Frito-Lay responded by stating that while they're happy that their
It put me in a
products have
session with
such a
John.
dedicated following, not all of them
Okay,
make
this
the
one, John.
favorites list. However, there is some good news.
Is Kitty on the
While
TV
this
right now?
snack was discontinued in
No, but it
America,
put me in a
they
it put me in a
were
session
released
with
and
John.
sold in Mexico.
Well, one of my friends.
Road trip, anyone? PB Max bars.
Want peanut butter?
Well, he's in a session with a bunch of people though. He's not in a session by himself.
I hope it rains again tomorrow. Staying active. That's my way to play.
Introduced in 1990, this candy bar was a chocolate-coated arrangement of peanut butter and oats on top of a whole grain cookie. This bar was dreamed up by M&M's Bars as competition to Hershey's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Going to Reese's, yo. Peanut butter cup.
Early television commercials for PB Max declared that the PB in its name did not stand for things such as Piggy Bank, Polka Band, Portly Ballerina, or Pink Baboon, but that it in fact stood for peanut butter. Who would have guessed? Filled to the brim with peanut butter, these bars were physically intimidating and held considerable heft. That being said, we believe that these simply came at a bad time.
Not quite my tempo.
The truth is, even though PB Max bars have a rabid fan following, they faded out of existence in 1994. Why? Well, according to one former Mars executive, the reason wasn't because PB Max wasn't selling well. They made $50 million in sales. The reason you can no longer get your hands on these delicious peanut butter squares is because the Mars family had a strong dislike for peanut butter. Cheetos Twisted.
Great twist. Great twist.
Thicker than your average Cheeto Puff and made in a spiral shape, Cheetos Twisted actually lasted for a long time. 10 years to be exact.
What year is it?
Spanning from 2002 to 2012. Surely it was enough time to become the favorite of Cheetos fans all over the world. It's like the more fun, more creative cousin of your average everyday Cheeto. Their sudden disappearance from shelves sparked some questions, and in 2013, a brave fan reached out to Frito-Lay on their Facebook page.
I sent you a Facebook message yesterday and still haven't heard anything back.
The company's social media team confirmed that they had, in fact, been discontinued. And while there are multiple petitions begging Frito-Lay to bring these back, the message gave nothing to indicate that these would be coming back anytime soon. R.I.P. Cheetos Twisted. We will always remember the way you'd cover our hands and fingers in orange dust, but also how delicious you were on our taste buds. Wonka Peel-a-Pop.
Peel the banana. Peel the banana.
Timed with the 50th anniversary of Roald Dahl's childhood classic Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Nestle US released their second ice cream under the Wonka brand. The Wonka Peel-a-Pop frozen desserts were designed to look like a banana, but contain none of the fruit's health benefits.
Very much potassium. Oh, bueno, ¿qué tal?
They came in two flavors, vanilla banana and vanilla grape. And the most fun part of it was that you could actually peel it. And unlike a real banana, you could even eat the peel. The Peel-a-Pop is said to be a fantabulous treat. There's even instructions on how to eat it on the back. Bite, peel, enjoy. At 70 calories per pop, these actually weren't even that unhealthy. And the brand also encourages children to go out and play after eating them.
You want to go outside? Outside?
This was a go-to snack for after-school treats and lunchboxes. While Nestle is aware of these complaints, unfortunately, they've given no indication that they're going to be bringing them back anytime soon. Cream Savers.
Crunchy and creamy.
At every checkout, it was nearly impossible to stop yourself from grabbing a bag or two of these yummy candies. So whatever happened to them? Well, Cream Savers were created by Nabisco as a spin-off of Lifesavers. They were first introduced in the late 90s and disappeared in the mid-2000s. Even today, the reasoning for them being discontinued is a mystery. These were the candies that our grandmothers would give us if we sat still in church. These were the snacks we would look forward to eating every Christmas. In other words, they played an important part of many childhoods. And for them to have disappeared suddenly without any sort of explanation, it's a low blow.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Sadly, you can't find Cream Savers anywhere. Not in brick-and-mortar stores like Walmart or Target, or even online from sites like Amazon or eBay. The good news, though, is that another company noticed the hole left in our hearts by Cream Savers and
I thought those were discontinued. They were. I had to order them through some Mexican back channels.
Whether salty or sweet, you've got a favorite snack that you just love. So how would you feel if that fave was taken away? Here are the top 10 discontinued snacks Americans miss the most. Part 2. Black Pepper Jack Doritos.
Now hold my pepper jack, please.
Present at every single party you've probably ever been to, there aren't many people in North America who haven't eaten these triangles of joy.
I had like 1 million Doritos.
With their increasing popularity, Doritos has released a slew of new flavors since their modest beginnings, one of which was Black Pepper Jack Doritos. Packaged in a silver bag so shiny you could see your reflection in it.
I'm through with you, Buster. I'm not through with you!
These Doritos were flavored with black pepper and pepper jack cheese instead of their normal nacho cheese. While these quickly gained a lot of fans, they were discontinued around 2008 in order to make room for other flavors. Let's hope this one comes around again. Mickey's Parade Mickey Mouse Bars.
I am the mascot of an evil corporation.
This lovable anthropomorphic rodent is extremely recognizable with his big ears, red shorts, yellow shoes, and white gloves. Considering his extreme popularity amongst the kids, it's a surprise that it took so long to release a summer treat in Mickey's honor.
About time.
Distributed by Good Humor back in the 1980s, the Mickey's Parade Mickey Mouse bars put a retro spin on your everyday ice cream bar. They were shaped like the head of the mouse we all know and love, and Mickey's ears were dipped in chocolate. There was also a line of popsicles, which also included Minnie Mouse, Goofy, and Donald Duck. While these frozen treats may have faded from the freezers, they haven't faded from our memories, and there are plenty of petitions to bring these back. Magic Burst Pop-Tarts.
You don't need to kill it. He has Pop-Tarts.
Introduced in 1964, Pop-Tarts are the breakfast food that kids and adults have been obsessed with for decades. This super sweet toaster pastry has a sugary filling sealed inside 2 layers of thin crust, sometimes with icing or sprinkles adorning the top. There is one particular flavor you can't reach for since it has vanished into thin air. Magic Burst Pop-Tarts were popular in the late 90s. These sweet treats were blue raspberry flavored, and the thing that made them fun was that they changed color when you toasted them.
How's that for a magic trick?
In the online petition to bring them back, the comments are flooded with stories about these magical tarts, of how they melt in your mouth like no other, and of the wonder of watching your Pop-Tart change color, and then cracking it open to see the stripes inside.
Oh, was that stripes?
Let's hope the encore to this vanishing act is a reappearance of Magic Burst Pop-Tarts. Crunch Taters.
Later, Tater.
Everyone is familiar with Lay's potato chips, but do you remember Crunch Taters? Frito-Lay's Crunch Taters were available around the late 1980s and early 1990s, and what made them stand out was that they were extra crunchy, extra spicy, and there was an alligator with a cowboy hat on the front of the bag.
An alligator with sunglasses? Now I've seen everything.
These came in 2 flavors, Hoppin' Jalapeno and Mighty Mesquite Barbecue. Being the first snack food producer to ever purchase TV commercials, Frito-Lay decided to live up to their history. They used product placement for Crunch Taters in Home Alone.
I made my family disappear.
These snacks are a favorite of Kevin McAllister. A bag of the Mighty Mesquite Barbecue flavor chips can be seen next to a can of Pepsi when Kevin is watching Angels with Filthy Souls and eating a rather large ice cream sundae. Well, even though these were fairly popular, they were discontinued shortly after. R.I.P. Crunch Taters. Planters PB Crisps.
I mean, come on, right? It's peanut butter.
Introduced in 1992 and discontinued by 1995, Planters PB Crisps were a delectable mid-90s snack that everyone wanted a bite of. But like so many great snacks, they were pulled from shelves quickly and quietly.
So, as they say, all good things must come to an end.
Essentially, a PB Crisp was a graham cookie shaped like a peanut shell and filled with mouth-watering peanut butter cream. Also available were chocolate crisps, which had a chocolate cream filling, and PB&J crisps, which featured a strawberry jelly filling to go with the peanut butter cream, giving the effect of a bite-sized PB&J sandwich.
Peanut butter, meat jelly.
Upon their first introduction to the market, this snack was an immediate hit. Alas, we must acknowledge that nothing lasts forever and try to find a way to properly mourn these amazing snacks. Maybe by reissuing them for one last hurrah. Crunch Pebbles.
But did you know I'm a serial killer?
Who doesn't love the Flintstones? Back in 1971, Post decided to create a cereal based off of First introduced were Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles, the boxes of which featured all of your favorite characters.
How Flintstones living up in here?
Did you know this is the oldest surviving cereal brand that is based on characters from a TV series or movie? And while the Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles are still alive and well, it's the Crunch Pebbles that were forced to bite the dust. Introduced in 1998, these were unlike any other Pebbles. Instead of being crisp rice, Crunch Pebbles were described as sweetened oat, corn, and wheat cereal baked with a touch of real cinnamon.
I smell cinnamon rolls.
A TV ad for the cereal showed that the cereal was created when a meteor crashed into the cinnamon bakery, sending small nuggets of cinnamon goodness all over the town of Bedrock. This cinnamony sweet blessing was only around for a short amount of time before being sent back to the Stone Age in 2001. Starburst Fruit Twists.
Just eat this Starburst. Wow! Lemons, oranges, cherries, so juicy!
Manufactured by the Wrigley Company, Starburst is a popular box-shaped fruit-flavored soft taffy. But we're not talking about the Starburst that can still be found. We're talking about the Starburst of the past. Starburst Fruit Twists were extremely similar to Twizzlers, but as its fans will tell you, the difference is that they tasted way better.
Not even close.
Think Twizzlers, except make them softer and with the bold flavors that are Starburst's trademark. Plus, they came in 4 different flavors. Those who ate these as kids are still die-hard fans, and there are plenty of online petitions calling for their mighty return. But why did they go away in the first place? Well, there are rumors that Hershey's, the owner of Twizzlers, paid them off in order to remove competition from the shelves.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Who said the world of candy was so sweet? While this is a disappointing end for the Starburst Fruit Twists, discontinued candies do tend to make a comeback every once in a while. Maybe one day we can taste the heavenly flavors of Starburst Fruit Twists once again. Twizzlers Twerps.
You unrepentant little twerp.
Twizzlers is the product of one of the oldest confectionery companies in the United States, Y&S Candies, which today is owned by Hershey's. First produced in 1929, their famous red vines are basically made up of corn syrup, wheat flour, sugar, cornstarch, soap, sugar, and more sugar.
More sugar, more sugar.
While the most popular flavor of Twizzlers is strawberry, the company has also experimented with its flavor line with grape, chocolate, cherry, watermelon, and there's even a cherry cola and rainbow.
Guys, rainbow.
However, none of these flavors can compare to Twizzlers Twerps. Slightly larger than a nib and packed with way more flavor, Twizzlers Twerps quickly gained popularity when they were released in the early 2000s. The thing that made them so special was the fact that they had a larger, chewier center, filled with a Starburst-like filling. These packed with flavor snacks were unfortunately discontinued in 2009, but if you want them back, there are plenty of petitions online that you can sign. Little Caesars Chocolate Ravioli.
Ravioli's delicious.
I notice you're enjoying that ravioli with a beautiful set of teeth.
Little Caesars is the 3rd highest ranking pizza chain in the United States, right behind Pizza Hut and Domino's.
What's this? Hut. Oh, Pizza Hut.
While known for their pizza, it's the chocolate ravioli that has Little Caesars fans looking back on the past. Founded over 60 years ago in 1959 by Mike and Marion Illich, its first location was in a strip mall in Garden City, Michigan, under the name Little Caesars Pizza Treat. Today, they operate not only in the United States, but also internationally, with restaurants in Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. In any case, this pizza chain has their fair share of successful items. Out of all their menu items, though, we've got to say that their most interesting has got to be their chocolate ravioli. Yep, you heard it here first. This was actually a thing. Surprisingly, people actually liked it in a trashy but yummy kind of way. If they ever bring these back, we know we definitely want to give it a try.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Bar None Candy Bars.
You really have to say, oh yeah, every time you eat a candy bar.
I can't help it, Oscar. It's just really good.
In 1987, Hershey's released the Bar None Candy Bar, also known as Temptation to Canadian audiences. The first new candy bar that they'd released in decades. Hershey's reportedly spent $15 million on testing and development before releasing the bar on a national scale. Shortly after distribution began, they invested even more money into national TV, radio, and newspaper ads, all advertising their new product. Bar None featured a cocoa wafer, chocolate cream, peanuts, and a milk chocolate coating. Because of how delicious it was, the Bar None candy bar quickly became a national favorite.
Oh, I'm so depressed. Cage candy bar.
chocolate lover's bar. So what happened? Well, after 5 years of paradise, Hershey's cruelly decided to change things up by adding caramel into the mix and splitting the bar into 2 smaller bars.
Bad caramel. Too much bad caramel.
By 1997, the thrill and magic of the original bar none bar was gone and the product was discontinued. However, there is no need to fear. Iconic Candy LLC, a company which is dedicated to bringing back nostalgic candy, has recently picked up the rights to this fantastic snack. So be on the lookout. This is truly one of the greatest treats out there. Stay right there and tap that screen for another great video. Show us some love and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Friday, April 2nd.
I'm bringing the heat to my hometown of Houston. And I'll be helping 20 singles find something real for the first time in Ready to Love history.
Friday, April 2nd, 9, 8 Central.
Now, if you were to open up your fridge or pantry right now, what are the chances you'd find some bottles of Sunny D in there? How about a fresh batch of congealed salad? Why are these foods so unpopular when just 20 to 40 years ago they were flying off the grocery store shelves? Well, let's take a walk down memory lane and learn why these once beloved foods disappeared from our kitchen tables forever. Bon appetit! Counting down from number 8, TV dinners. Look, after a long day of work, the idea of slaving in the kitchen, whipping up dinner sounds awful. That's when frozen food comes to the rescue. Well, today it's not uncommon to store veggies or pre-made pizzas in the freezer. You'd be hard-pressed to find classic TV dinners in there. TV dinners first stepped onto the scene in the 1950s when Swanson was looking for a way to sell their Thanksgiving food leftovers. They came up with the idea of serving ready-made food frozen on a convenient tray. These TV dinners became quite popular and were a quick and easy way to serve dinner to the family. According to The Atlantic, Swanson sold around 25 million frozen meals in 1953, which was when they first started to become popular, and it changed the dinner game forever. Over the next 5 decades, different food companies began selling their own versions of TV dinners, like Hungry Man and Lean Cuisine. Remember those? Well, some of these frozen dinners still sit in popular supermarket freezers today. They're not anywhere near as popular as they once were. That's because in the last 10 years or so, an emphasis on the benefits of fresh food has swept the nation, and more people are opting to be health conscious. Sure, they may not have been that good for you, but boy, were they fun to eat in front of the TV. 7. Congealed salads. Have a weak stomach? Then you definitely don't want to Google congealed salad recipes. Congealed salads are made with gelatin. You've had Jell-O before, right? If you ever ate dinner at your grandma's house as a kid, you probably tasted the stuff once or twice. Gelatin was first used in dishes back in medieval Europe and was partly made from the collagen in animal bones. Sounds appetizing, doesn't it? Gelatin became really popular during the 1950s when the processed food industry was thriving. This new instant gelatin was incredibly convenient since it was a great way to use leftovers. You can literally turn any food into a congealed salad, from food and yogurt to meat and vegetable mixes. Yeah, I'm talking tomato, turkey, and lettuce in a Jell-O mold. It's really no surprise that these gelatinous concoctions went out of style. But around the 1980s, eating fresh, healthy food was becoming more popular. Sugar-filled congealed salads were no longer as desirable. Jell-O and other gelatin products started being marketed more as a snack or dessert and were considered a sweet food exclusively. However, there are still parts of the U.S. that hold congealed salads dear, even today. According to SeriousEats.com, many communities in Utah still feature Jell-O dishes at many of their family events, and not all of them are sweet. In 2001, Utah even named Jell-O as its official state snack. Number 6. Sunny D. It seems like orange juice has always been a staple breakfast beverage, and there have been many different takes on it over the years. Back in 1968, many kids could be seen sipping on a cold bottle of Sunny D, also known as Sunny Delight, as part of a well-balanced breakfast, and it was anything but. Sunny D tasted super sweet because it was primarily made of corn syrup and contained less than 5% juice. This highly processed drink was incredibly unhealthy, yet lots of people loved the stuff. In fact, in 1998, the drink became so popular in the UK that it came in as the third most popular drink behind Coke and Pepsi. But the juice started to get a bad rap from organizations like the Food Commission, who called the drink a con due to its lack of nutritious value, something their advertising campaigns didn't quite convey. This stuff was way worse for you than regular orange juice. In 1999, a young girl in Wales started to turn a yellow hue after drinking way too much Sunny D. This was due to an overdose on the beta-carotene the juice contained. Needless to say, this sweet orange juice's days in the sun were over. After so much bad press, Sunny D lost its popularity. While it's still sold in some stores in the UK and America, it has a pretty awful reputation. Number 5. High C. Remember finding one of these bad boys in your lunchbox back in grade school? Chances are you haven't seen a high C juice box in quite some time, since 2001 to be exact. That was the year this drink was discontinued, according to Mashed.com. While it appeared on the scene for a moment as a promotional drink for the Ghostbuster reboot and in the McDonald's soda fountains until 2017.
So this my hard plate right here. But I told you I was gonna come over here and put you on here. So what you think about it now? I ain't like you at all right now. I ain't like you that at all. And all that shit. He was all in my face, had me come up there and all that. Knowing all along he was gonna do this. Lord don't like ugly. I hope they take his fucking company from him. They said I had some packages delivered. Oh yeah, you did that in your room. Oh, okay. Told him to call me after he delivered everything. But I gotta power my phone on to see what all I can find. Yeah, you got 3 packages. But if I can find that recording where he said he was doing it to help me and this and other, he'll be in trouble. Done for the day, I could take off these clothes.
It'll be tough to find it in stores nowadays. This drink was mostly taken off grocery store shelves due to its high sugar content. One high-C wild cherry juice box contained a whopping 27 grams of sugar, which is more than the American Heart Association recommends grown women ingest in a day. And these were intended for kids. Yow. Additionally, the juice boxes themselves were anything but eco-friendly, since one of them could take 300 years or more to disintegrate. It seems that just like many other kids' sugary drinks of the 20th century, High-C just couldn't keep up with the times. Number 4. Bubble tape. No matter what decade it is, kids love bubble gum. And back in the late 80s and 90s, bubble tape was a fan fave. This form of Hubba Bubba bubble gum was super fun to eat, since it would roll out of its dispenser just like tape. So, what the heck happened to the stuff? Well, ever since sugar-free gum became more popular and oral health became more of a priority, this sugary sweet gum just wasn't as desirable anymore. But don't worry, if you want to take a trip down memory lane, you can still find bubble tape at various candy stores. But don't blame me when you need to make an emergency trip to the dentist. Number 3. Ambrosia salad. What foods come to mind when you think about backyard barbecues? Hot dogs, potato salad, corn on the cob, ambrosia salad. Wait, what was that last one? Ambrosia salad was usually found at family gatherings, back when you or your parents were younger. While families tend to have their own unique recipes for the dish, they typically included some form of whipped cream, cream cheese, jello, and bits of fruits like oranges, cherries, and pineapples. This sweet salad actually came onto the scene back in the 1800s and usually featured special sweet treats that only appeared on special occasions like Christmas.
You like this one?
Over time, ambrosia salad became popular in different parts of America, most notably in the South. But you can still find some families including
What is supposed to be on it?
Christmas or summer
What is it
barbecues.
supposed to be on it?
Its
What I get
popularity
behind
has
it?
dwindled significantly.
It look like
Probably
zebra
because it
lines or
isn't
something like
healthiest.
that.
Oh, I don't
Between
know
the
what they
jello,
call
whipped
it.
cream,
I'm gonna
and
have to look and
processed
see
fruits,
what
this
they
thing is
call it.
practically a big bowl
I
of
don't know if
sugar.
it's, I don't think it's zebra.
It looks like it could
Number
be
2.
zebra, black and white
Crisco.
with stripes.
Yeah, my little stomach
Back when you were a
sticking
kid,
out the
your
front,
mother's
booty
kitchen, your
sticking out the
neighbor's
back.
kitchen, and certainly most restaurant
It's a
kitchens
little
contained
snug.
Crisco,
And
a
it
soft
looks,
form of hydrogenated
and it
fish
looks
oil.
snug too.
In simpler terms,
Is the cookie slug?
of trans fat. Well, this sounds pretty disgusting, and it is. It made
If
its
it's
way
stuck
into
on
a
you,
lot
it's
of
gonna
the
be stuck
foods
on
you
me because
love
we
to
wear the
eat.
same size.
This lard alternative could be found in baked goods, as well as salty
I don't
fried
like wearing nothing
foods.
that snug.
It was originally marketed to be a healthier alternative to
When you
lard.
wash it, it's gonna shrink.
However, once people realized how
Yeah,
bad trans
you
fats
wash it a
were
few
for
times, you
them
might not
during
be
the
able to get it out
90s,
because it's gonna shrink when you
Crisco's
wash
not
it.
being used as often. It hasn't been completely taken off grocery store shelves, but with so many other cooking ingredient alternatives, people tend to steer clear of the fattening stuff. So, unless you want to clog up those arteries, there's really no reason for Crisco to come back into style. Number 1. Cottage cheese. While you can still find cottage cheese at your local supermarket, it's not as highly regarded as it once was. Cottage cheese has been around for a long time. Many people believe the cheese got its name thanks to the fact that it would often be prepared in small countryside cottages back in the day. But it wasn't until the 1950s that cottage cheese became incredibly popular. It's very mild in flavor and isn't super high in fat, which was appealing to people from the 50s into the 70s. Today, though, many people seem to be favoring more flavorful and less lumpy dairy products like yogurt. Since you can find almost any
Hey,
flavored
Connie.
yogurt under the sun at your
Hello.
local grocery store, it's hard to want a bowl of bland cottage cheese with a unique texture.
How you doing?
Now, if you could bring
Pretty
back
good.
one of these foods,
Who's
which
ready
one
to
would
see
you
some murder?
choose and why? Tell us your answers in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe.
I'm
Today,
about to commit murder.
Why is that?
Because I feel like committing murder to a bunch of zombies. I mean, I'm about to commit murder. Mass murder. Because I'm going from round 20 to round 90.
Around what? Around what?
90.
Around 190?
No, I said 90.
You on round 90?
Yeah, I'm going to go to round 90.
Because I feel like committing mass murder today.
Would you like to join me, DJ?
Nah, I'm good.
He didn't like that idea, did he?
I'm still trying to do stuff on Smart Rancher.
You wouldn't get to round 90, and you know it. And me, I'm going to do it with 4 perks.
I've gotten to around 100 on 9.
So let's see. My 4 perks. Alright, DJ. You think I could get round 90 with these 4 perks?
Just tell them off to me. What member going to?
Classified.
I don't want you to send an image. I just want you to call the perks.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. My 4 perks are Bandit, Mule Kick, PhD Sire, and Stone Cold Stronghold.
What does that do? Stone Cold Stronghold.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've never used that perk before, but I would know what it do.
DJ.
The stronghold perk gives you more armor, Angel.
Oh,
Not only does it give you more armor, but I've got it as my multiplier, DJ.
and you got it in the last slot,
Uh-huh.
or you got it as a modifier.
Not only do I have it as a modifier, but here comes the best part. I'm capable of running with every weapon in the game. I can have 3 weapons. I have extra ammo. And just for good measure, I'm going to take cash back. What does that spell, DJ?
Disaster waiting to happen. Disaster for zombies.
Exactly. Not only am I going to do that, but I'm also going to put free fire.
You know that once I get my Black Ops 3 up and running a bit, I'm gonna get my Black Ops 4 up and running, right?
Yep. I'm going to carry Chemical Alchemist. And when we finally have a match, DJ, I'm bringing bonfire sales.
Wait, you can bring a bonfire too?
Well, I guess you pick a bunch of $100.
I could literally carry it because I have 7.
I forgot what bonfire does.
It makes Pack-a-Punch half cost.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have one. I got one before. I got one on classic.
And in this game, it even drops it even further.
Wait, it drops the
It's
further than 5%?
75% off.
Wait, how you know it's 75% off?
Because normal Pack-a-Punch is only 1,000.
Shoot, that would be good to use on. That would be good to use on Take That Token. Wait till the Golden Pack-a-Punch open and then use it.
So if normal
Wait till the
Pack-a-Punch
light
is
gets
only
on.
1,000, think about
Wait,
it.
I thought the Golden Pack-a-Punch was the same as the other one.
No.
As the regular one.
It'll make it to where the whole gun is 75% off. You pack a punch once, you've got it fully upgraded.
Yeah, I know.
All 4 Pack-a-Punches for 1 price.
It's actually not
There
full,
is
it's
one
actually
downfall to it. If you want to do it that way, I recommend you bring Bullet Boost. Because
It's
if you
not 4
don't,
Pack-a-Punch. It's
it's going to
actually
make
6
that
Pack-a-Punch.
4.
No, it's 6.
4. And I'll tell you how you get 4. Okay, Pack-a-Punch costs you 5,000 normally. When you're pack-a-punching again and again and again, it's half price. You get 4. Thank you very much.
For what?
4 normal pack-a-punches.
Yeah, but I thought
Because
it
it
goes
only
to
takes
6.
pack-a-punching a gun 5 times to get it fully upgraded.
I thought it was 6. People on YouTube were saying it was 6.
Nope. 1 to normal pack-a-punching. The second one is 20%. That's 20% power.
It's what I heard.
40% power.
What I heard
60%, 80% power.
What I heard
and then
is
100% power.
It's what I heard when you when bonfire's not active, you get it takes 5 to get fully pack-a-punch.
Fully pack-a-punch, but you have to understand that every time you punch it, pack-a-punch it next, it's only 2,500 to pack-a-punch it again. You get my point?
Yeah.
Okay. Put that in estimate. You got 3 pack-a-punches. You can't count it as that. I'm counting it in a different way.
Oh. I was talking about if you're not using. I was talking about if you're not using the golden pack-a-punch.
So when you look at it this way, you're not really pack-a-punching it every time you pack-a-punch it. There's only one pack-a-punch. You're just making it stronger from this point on. And it's just costing you a little bit. It's not actually costing you 5,000. So no, you count that as half a pack-a-punch. Half a pack-a-punch. Half a pack-a-punch. Half a pack-a-punch.
So pack-a-punch and 2 pack-a-punch, that is another fully pack-a-punch?
Yes! You pack-a-punch it 3 times. Thank you very much.
On bonfire, it's 5 to get fully maxed out.
That was my whole point.
1 for the pack-a-punch and 4 for to get it stronger.
Exactly. So when you count 5 all together, that's what, DJ? When you count it the way I showed you. Pack-a-punch. Half a pack-a-punch, half a pack-a-punch, half a pack-a-punch, half a pack-a-punch.
So after the first time you do it, you go by half?
So,
yep.
So it's basically 3 pack-a-punches.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell you.
So the way I was counting was
when you do it this way, with a bonfire, you're not even counting a full pack-a-punch price. So if you think about it, you're getting it at half price. You're starting to see my point.
So either way, you're paying $5,000 for a full pack-a-punch.
Yes, you're paying for a full pack-a-punch, eventually. But if you look at it, it takes you 3 pack-a-punches to reach a full pack-a-punch. And then you go a little bit overboard. So there's only really 2 pack-a-punches there. Okay. You get 5 pack-a-punches for the price of only 2 pack-a-punches with a bonfire. When you think of it that way, That's crazy. What do you call that, DJ? Zombie game heaven. Now, how does that sound, Angel?
I guess that sounds right. The only way I could probably actually test it out is by going into customization. Then I'd
Well,
be like,
think about
come I put it in.
this. Think about this. This is what I'm running with today. Boys and girls. I am running with raindrops, cashback, free fire, and chemical alchemist. DJ, what does that spell?
Condi's gonna have a blast of a good time.
Yes, and what is Condi gonna make it to?
High rounds.
And I'm able to carry an explosive. I'm gonna be like a little girl at a candy shop. What is it?
Honestly, I honestly think they should have kept the gum from Black
Give me
Ops
just
3.
a second, DJ. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Now, what was you saying, DJ?
I was saying, I forgot.
I'm sorry. Margaret asked me to do something for her, and I couldn't say no. You know what I mean?
I remember now. They should have kept the gums. They should have kept the gums from Black Ops 3 over to Black Ops 4.
That would have been nice.
Come on, elixir.
Purple. Delicious.
I'll be right back.
Who is ready for round 90? Now, everyone. This is my weapon layout. Are you prepared to listen to it?
It'll work for about 5 or 10 minutes and then that's it.
The long. Maybe the ray gun. And the LMG.
I'm back. I just had to get me some.
I hear that. I am going for the LMG off the wall. But do I want to do it on classified? Because I can think of a better place. Good night. Yeah? Now just remember, I don't know if I want to do it on classified though. It's honestly no fun not being able to move around. And not have a good weapon. That I can just go off the wall to, you know? I'll play as anybody but the Russian dude, come on. I will take Richtofen with pride.
Why not Nikolai?
Because Nikolai is a depressing asshole.
Why would that be convenient enough?
Son of a bitch.
Hey, I like Nikolai. The only one I don't like
I like Nikolai too. He's funny as hell when he's drunk.
But I don't like Takeo.
Look.
I'm looking.
I don't like Takeo. But every once in a while, he does come up with a good line to make you cut up. No. Like, for instance, I love his line. Matter of fact, line in, Black Ops 1. The first ever map, Kindertoten. Because he shows one of his wisest quotes there.
What quote
He
was that?
predicts what happens.
It's about the painting one.
Yep. He'd actually predicted that since Black Ops 1.
I forgot what he said.
Go into Black Ops 3 because they give you a memory of that. We'll go through Kindertoten and we'll go through the paintings again. When you go to the paintings, look at the one with the Shadow Man. He had called this since Black Ops 1.
He says what was is but was not anymore.
And may once again rise.
He was referring to the Shadow Man, wasn't he?
He was referring to the Shadow Man. The wisest quote he had ever done. And he called it from Black Ops 1.
Say that's the settlement.
It was the only time he made any sense whatsoever and had any relevance. And we lose it because we never really thought about it. It took Black Ops 3 for everyone to figure it out. And I had it figured out from the beginning because I had to use everything. I already figured that line was somewhat important. Because it was the only time he actually sounded smart for once. Instead of sounding like some goofy motherfucker on roids. You see my point? It had to have some sort of relevance. Do you understand? So when you get it, put it like that, what does that mean, DJ? It was the only time Takio had any means of relevance. That's why I actually took that quote in account every time I thought of something. Why does it seem like it always gets worse? Then gets better, then gets worse, then gets better. But then for some odd reason, why is Richtofen right here? Takio knew how everything was gonna go down, he was just fucking around. Takio was smarter than what everybody thought he was.
He just guessed it.
That's why Richtofen liked him.
He just said it was gonna happen. He was right.
He knew everything was gonna happen. He just didn't give a fuck. He already knew about the Emperor's betrayal. He doesn't give a good fuck.
So, you're saying that he knew the answer all along, but he was wanting the other three to figure out what's going on their own.
Yep.
Since they didn't take him seriously.
You have to take him seriously for once in your life. It's the only time he ever will have any relevance at all. So take him seriously for once in your life. He's been through this before. He knows what's happening. He just don't give a fuck.
My job's still on the table for UMC though. He said he gonna wait. He gonna give me time to decide.
One of your bullets is gonna be flying, DJ.
Well, she got a pill. You gotta keep me. A dog. Yeah. Loud. She farting and going on. The sun over here out. Yeah. You gotta get it once it passes over. Tyree and them still Tyree still over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh goodness. They all coming to help? Or they just coming? Oh. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to. How close he is? He almost done. The second story fell too? Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. He he seemed like he a little workaholic. Getting hard headed and rebellious in her old grouchy and her old age. Yes, she said I ain't thinking about her. She probably said I ain't thinking about her. She need to go sit down somewhere. Cause I'm not ready to come. I'm not ready to come in. Like take that. Take that. I ain't coming right now. I ain't ready. Yeah, you just gotta deal with it, baby, cause she old too. Yeah, Mr. Brown. Heaven love bless you. And heaven bless you, Brown.
This is the only
This is
thing
the
I
only thing
hate.
I hate.
And I love that I love that if I get this combination right, my day is gonna be a lot easier.
There, Condi? Condi, you still there?
Yeah,
What happened?
I'm laughing at Rick Toppin right now, damn it. Simply pull trigger, look at zombie, pull trigger, and watch as squiggling pile of corpses becomes a swivering pile of goo. That's hilarious! The convulsions are completely normal. No, Richtofen, I don't think that's normal. Richtofen's a goddamn goofball, dude. Have you ever noticed that? He makes sounding stupid sound good. Drive hilt, pull trigger, and watches zombies become preternatural goo.
Instructions. Grab cartridge, slam into gun, shoot zombies. Rinse and repeat.
Oh dear, I hope that wasn't a vital organ.
I bet it was. Oh my, that hurt you too bad. Oh, I didn't mean to.
Oh, my precious bundle of death.
Oh, a crawler. His name is Stumpy. Dempsey, you're hurting Stumpy. Leave him alone. Can't wait to and he's biting my leg off. Then let him bite your leg off, Dempsey.
Fully pack a punch. Now we get to the special weapon. DJ, you know what's about to happen, don't you? Condi is going to have lots of fun. And I get to do it again. Next round.
And then do it and don't tell you. Yeah. You doing dirty shit. Yeah, underhanded. Because he could have told you, he could have used it to put money. I mean, be upfront with him if that's what you're gonna do. But I'm trying to do it sneak and get you to sign something and then try to. And I told Cullens, I was like, Cullens, I feel some type of way about signing this. And Cullens was like, he said, don't say, like, he said, just leave it simple. Like, he would just keep the title. But it was so he could put a lien on my car. That's why he was power of attorney. He came to fill out the bill of sale paper saying that I bought the car. But then with the bill of sale, it would have said that I bought the car. But without that, he couldn't put the lien on it as power of attorney. So he put a power of attorney to put a lien on it, to be a lien holder like a dealership. But I wish Cullens would have told me about her in the beginning because he would have never, that would have never been on my car. Yeah. Because he gonna, yeah, because he said he didn't really know it was going to be for her, but he told her I was coming. But I didn't know about her, so I didn't want to go there. And I said, that's what you were supposed to say. You didn't need this. I said, he kept saying he needed a bill of sale, and they wasn't giving him the bill of sale. And she said, he just needed to sign the title, baby. Just that quick. So he intentionally did it. So that's even more dirty, you know.
I am your god of thunder and lightning. Here I smite thee, bitch.
He said that steps take him to court.
No, Conda, you're not God of Thunder and Lightning, you're God of freaking destruction.
He said, but
You
he
damn right.
$12,000. So that's what I wanted. He did it over the amount that it cost.
Oh, y'all other reanimated coils.
Yeah. He said he wants 8. I said, yeah, he wants 8 because he wants to keep the
Wow.
straight. He said, oh, no. He said if he agreed to that, then he going back on his word, and that's fraud. He said he cannot do that. And he said
God, he's crazy.
if the laws say, if we took it to court, it will go by what the laws would say that you would have to do. I said, yeah, it's dirty. I said, but the thing is, if he was upfront with me, you know, I wouldn't be upset because that would be the agreement. I said, but now you done
You're
lied to
not
me.
just God of Destruction, you're also God of Mayhem.
I said, now I'm really mad now. And he said, yeah, that's dirty. And I said, and then
You
I
damn
told him,
right.
I said, I would give him this money and he would sign my title over anyway. That's another thing. I could pay him $8,000 or proof. He don't have that in writing.
You're death incarnate.
He could hold my car even longer over my head. And the man said, nah, take this. And he said, I paid a small claim for $5,000. He said, I said, but he asked me for 8. It's not 5, it's 8. He said, so I need to pay him 8. And the court will never
What?
know nothing. I said, I don't know how that. Oh, he said we can come to you for $8,000. Well, you need to give him help. He said, and that's the thing. He said, well, where's the car? I said, I have the car. I'm driving the car right now. He said, he even better. He in your world. Bring his ass here. Girl, what would be a blessing if
Oh my god.
girl, baby.
No
What?
wonder I said that.
Lawyers talk, so they will have to
Brain surgery.
before that shit hit trial. They if he had to come to
What you mean, like you mean insta
it
kill?
has to be rightfully in my favor, because the judge can't go against the law. He can't go against the law.
Aww. Come here, hair warden.
It's
Where you
rightfully
at,
in my
Gandhi?
favor. Oh, they would get him. And you messing with one of their own, you know, they would get him.
Are you on Blood the Dead?
Yes, I am. Hair warden.
I don't want him to pay me anything. I want him to take that lien off my car. He don't have to pay me anything. Just take the damn lien off my car. And I wouldn't even mind paying him the $2,000. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind paying him that because by rights that's my registration fee. But I did want my shit fixed right. It's not fixed right. You still gotta do the center post on this car and the sensor on there. You're not supposed to sell no car like that. If you got enough evidence
Right between the glowing eye hole.
Oh, the Gunjillies! I dare you to kill a zombie in a garage.
I have just begun to do so.
And the zombie's gonna say, oh my Gunjillies! You shot my dick off, you bastard.
What?
You say you shot my dick off, you bastard.
Oh, no, no, no. I did worse than that.
Oh, that thing.
I gave him a rocket.
A rocket?
A rocket in the crotch.
I want you to use bullets.
Oh! I got something for that, too. Yep, I shot his dick off. I shot a zombie in the crotch. Oops. I understand you like doing tricks and all, but seriously, man? Your head, huh? Get it? Literally, its neck bone just went past my neck. God damn, what the fuck? And another reanimated corpse. How basic. Level 3, here we come. Max ammo, here we are. DJ, it's time to start the countdown. In 3, 2, 1. I'm going to my spot. Where's my spot, DJ? The gondola. Best part about it is I still get dog rounds.
I sent Collins another message. See what Collins said. He said, man, he said, you need to go to the
But
one
I
that
don't
up the
have to
street
deal with
that
the
deal
water.
with that. I'm telling you. Tell him to take, he said, you could go to them and let them handle it, or you
But
could
you know
file
what,
it.
DJ?
He said, you could file it and bring his ass here. But Collins
Highway
not gonna do
how?
that. He not gonna know the ins and outs. But you need to at least if you gonna try. So he must know Collins too. He said if you gonna trial it yourself, you if you gonna end up trialing it yourself, you need to at least sit with a lawyer that know you in the right and know how to tell to
How you know
tell you
how you know how to deal with the water?
yes I asked him.
You'll find out soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I say, yeah, 'cause Cullen sent me. I said, Cullen told me. I said, I know a good bit of them. I said, Cullen sent me. He said, well, you know what? He in your fucking world now. Bring his ass. I say, 'cause he said that's wrong. That is so fucking wrong. It is wrong. He said, I don't like. He said, I don't even know you, ma'am, and I don't like the shit. That's wrong. And I told him, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna even lie to you. I said he told me that he was gonna do it because he was doing it to help me out. I said, but I guess the relationship not going how he wanted to go. So now his mad day, he didn't got me to sign a power of attorney. I said, but it said that it could be trade or sold. But Cullens took that off of there because Cullens said no, he didn't want him to do anything else underhanded. So he had to sign it to me. It couldn't be traded or sold to anybody else. I said because if I would have did that, he might have sold it to somebody completely different to say, I need to bring that car. I said he might have did something like that, but because Collins fixed it, he couldn't do that. So that might be why he got pissed off. And the man said, he said, yeah, he said, I don't like this all around. He said, but you need to find out from a lawyer where you stand at, and if you stand a chance, take his ass. I said, and then he got work one day, and that's still not even done. He said, oh hell no, oh hell no. Girl, he sounded like my dad, one of those skinny looking wine nose. He said, oh hell no, that's bullshit. Take his ass to court. He said, I don't know. He said if huh? He said if the he said if they see it look he said if they see it in your favor, they gonna chew his ass up. I had texted James, I said, your ass must have got scared off last night. He said, no, big dog, I ate. He texted back, no, big dog, I ate so much liquor when I got home, I went straight to sleep. That ass. That ass. Yep. I'm gonna see if he gonna reach out. Nice. It's not true. The material. If he gonna reach out to make it, but the problem is by him being a lien holder on my car. If my car get wrecked or something like that, then it's my policy. But by they having a lien on them, they don't pay out direct to me. I would have to bring my car to a shop to get repaired. I'd be shit if it go to him though. It will now. But that's the only thing about when you have a lien on your car. Like if your car get wrecked, they're gonna be like you got a lien on it. You gotta take it to a shop to get repaired. They don't pay you directly the money. So when you got the license plate, it told you that he had a lien on it. Yeah, he on the phone. They say you got a lien on your car. Uh-huh. So he ain't gotta even know you went to a lawyer. They sent it and told you. Mm-hmm.
DJ,
DJ,
Titan.
Titan.
Yeah, that's good. So you know why.
You know where I'm
You know where
planning to
I'm
go,
planning to
don't
go,
you?
don't you?
And they say he just did it. He did it on the 23rd.
Because I want to
Cause I
deal with
want
the
to deal with
warden.
the
But let me see. I'm trying to see what the date is. He just telling me he did it yesterday. Today the 26th. So he told me on the 25th he did it, but he did that on the 23rd. They processed that on the 23rd.
Hey,
Warden,
Warden.
you're about to
You
have a
about to have a
big, nasty
big nasty
surprise.
surprise.
Well, he need to put the lien on there for that $2,000 because that's something you had to pay anyway. He put that lien on there because he wants $60,000. That's why he put that lien on there. And see, he figuring you don't have that, so that means he could be hanging over your head a while. I don't like doing that stuff. They don't do nobody like that.
Hey.
It's just nothing but time to get over it. And that's what I told the lady at the bank. I said, the thing about it is, he won't even remember though. That's the difference. See that I give him $8,000 and he still forget. Shoot, and I just got on my call. That man say I told you to take his ass. Don't give him a fucking penny. Take his ass. If the court say you gotta give it to him, then you do that. Until then, let that motherfucker be a lien holder. Tell his ass lean on. That man was pissed. He said, "Fuck." I wonder if he was a lawyer. I don't know if he was a lawyer or if he might have been that woman's husband, cause she was getting ready to get off and he was just standing there. I don't know, cause he had some money in his hand. He might have been paying some, but he might have knew her, cause the lady was cracking up, though. He was going off. And she was saying, cause she was saying, wait, he did what? And I was telling her, cause I wanted to ask her a question, and that's how he got involved. He said he did what? And then when she said it, she said, no, wait. She said he on her call like a lien holder. And so when I told him what happened, and I told the lady was like, no, that's all wrong. You didn't even have to sign power of attorney. He could have just given you them titles and signed them titles over to you. You didn't. He didn't. I said, yeah, it said it need to be bought, sold, or trade. I said, but he said he needed that where he could navigate the system to get a bill of sale so that he could. And I told him I never heard of no shit like that before. I told him I didn't feel comfortable letting him use no power of attorney on my car. And he said, well, I had to do it because that's what he really needed. I said, but I took it to Cullen to ask Cullen. Cullen said he wasn't really sure, but he took it off where it couldn't be sold or traded. He couldn't trade it or sell it to nobody. So all he could do is like request a title for it and be on jointly on my title. But I don't. But the way it was written wasn't that he would be a lien holder. But I didn't realize by what made him be able to be a lien holder is because it's in his company name. So that's like you signing the dealership on what you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. So that's what he did. And that man say, sue him for $5,000. Take his ass on. He said you don't want to spend a whole arm and a leg and go to big court. You want to go to small claims court so you get your some stuff together and you sue him for $5,000. Take him to small claims court. He can counter sue you. He said, but if you
I'm
are
making sure my gun
if
doesn't
you
get
are
any weaker.
guilty and it's looking towards your favor, they gonna get his ass. I said, but ain't they gonna make you go to Boulder City? He said, nope, because
I'm using my
supposedly
special weapon like a lightning rod,
you go to
DJ,
Boulder City and
for
supposedly
increasing my ammo power.
you live here, you are a resident of this parish and it's registered to you. So he got to bring his ass. Bring him on. He said, because I don't know anybody that's gonna like this shit. This shit. That's what that man said. That man said he don't know anybody that would like that. He said because that's he said because and he said and then you go down and talk to the ADA down there and you let them know what happened after you talk to the attorney. He said and that's fraud. Press fraud charges on the bitch. They'll have his ass going for real. Not only would he have to go to traffic court, but he have to go to court for fraud. Cause he said that really is fraud charges. I said, but he did spend his money. And the lady said, you have proof of that? I said, yeah, I have proof of the wire transfer, and I have proof of the check that I cut him for $2,000. I said, yeah, I have. I paid directly to the where I picked the car back. I said, then I got another receipt because I went there and picked up the car, so he didn't have to pay shipping charges because they was gonna charge him shipping charges to ship it to Shreveport to get it repaired, but I went and picked up the car myself to keep him from having to pay that and paying storage costs. He said, yeah, sue that bitch. Girl, that man, he said, honey, I don't even know you, and he pissing me off. He got me mad. He said, cause that is really truly ugly. It is. He said that's ugly. He said, and I said, you know what? I said, you know what's ridiculous? I said, cause he really wanted to date me or whatever. I said, well, you know what's ridiculous? If he would have told me and we would have agreed to that, I wouldn't have had no problem paying that. I wouldn't have no problem with that at all because that would be the agreement I made. But now you coming back out. He said, yeah, now he coming. I see what you're saying. Now he coming back after you paid and agreed, and now he's trying to make you pay more money. He said that's fraud. He not supposed to be able to do that. Once y'all come to agreement on whatever y'all gonna agree to, that's it.
I'm the king of zombies!
No, you just can't ask something. That's what it is.
I need to give an ass whooping what it means. Holy shit. Round 26, DJ. Round 1 to round 26 already.
Damn. Is that from you, Gandhi? That's screaming?
No.
What's all that screaming? It sounds like children screaming.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
children
who's
here.
screaming?
You are in my way, zombies!
Show them the Kandi. Oh wait, they already seen it.
Well, they're tasting lightning right now. And now they got the kaboom.
Those kids are crazy.
Connie must have kids by herself because I don't have no kids over
Honey,
here.
those kids are crazy.
I wonder who kissed them.
Yes, they are.
I didn't know how you put up with them.
Easy. Ignore them.
Whose kids are they?
Danielle's. Round 29, DJ. 30 now. You know what that means, don't you?
What? They got on too.
What was that?
Mine are getting on with kids.
I know, right?
That was kind of funny.
Thank you for putting up with my computer. Where are you going?
You better wake up your phone so I'm gonna beat your ass. Bring me my damn sweet chocolate bed. I'll make you thank me. Hit me. Hit me, motherfucker. Hit me. Where you going? Oh, come on, let's go.
Give me a second.
Where you going, Condi?
I gotta go.
Are you going to the store or something? Are you still playing Mortal Kombat?
No.
What game are you playing now?
GT, what you doing? You still playing the same game you was playing?
You said something that I said in the stream was funny last night. It was like why I called your T-Rex I called it the Brilladillosaurus Rex.
Yeah, but I tried to look it up and ain't nothing popped up on it. Yesterday they couldn't find nothing. I guess that's not a word.
Welcome back, Dork and Dorkinsons, to another special edition of Condi Kicks Ass. Hello?
Huh?
Well, fuck. Welcome to another edition of Condi Kicks Ass. Special edition. Yeah. Special edition. Yes. You're about to kiss it.
No, you got a flat booty.
Well, thanks, because you're about to kiss this flat booty. Well, I'm taking on a Leviathan.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Where'd you have to go?
I had to do something really important.
Was it like going? Was it like? Was it like?
Going somewhere. I'm there right now. I just took my system with me.
Where'd you go? Your cousins?
Grandmother's to wash clothes.
You mean like up the hill?
No.
So it's at a different place.
No. I wished it was.
Are you talking about your grandmother that don't like me?
Yeah.
And let me guess, you're near your dad right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I wish that wasn't.
Lucky for you, when I move in there, I'm getting a washer and dryer.
I just ain't got enough to afford it.
Whenever I live there until we get washer and dryer go on, the washer clothes at the laundromat, and I know what closest one to you guys is.
Right.
You won't believe it. It's almost where Chris's house is.
Damn,
That's
really?
on where we're going. Well, basically tells me right now, Connie, is you gotta be on your guard right now. Is that right?
Yep.
How long are you staying there? Yeah, how long you staying there?
Hello. This